Nice. Look at this, okay? Latest release. I'm doing it correctly. He's such a cute little guy. He is adorable. Hello, everybody. My name is Liliana Elliott. I have no mods. I can't zoom on my face. That makes me sad. Anyway, hello, everybody. My name is Liliana Elliott, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the Copper Age and some not Copper Age things. Listen, I haven't played with any of the new updates properly, and the Copper Age, honestly, is like the first and probably only one that I'll make a proper video about unless you guys want that. First thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to the Copper Age is these little guys. These are the Copper Golems, and he wants the chests. You can't have the chests. Cannot have the chests. They also drop 1 to 3 copper, which is not a lot, but that's kind of like an iron golem. They drop 1 to 3 iron, sometimes 5. I've had 5 sometimes. I have the tick speed up really quickly to try and see how long it takes for him to oxidize. It takes him a while. I'm just gonna do this in order of things that are set up, so if stuff doesn't look new or from this update, that's why. I don't know what I'm doing. So have my Christmas skin on. It's never too early for Christmas. First thing that I'm going to show off, which I've already been doing throughout this intro, is the copper armor. It is supposed to be in between leather and iron, so let's get a leather chest plate, and then let's get an iron chest plate. A leather chest plate or a leather tunic gives +3. A iron chest plate gives +4, +6. And then a copper chest plate does +4, so this is definitely in between. Let's grab the copper sword and the copper axe, and let's see what it is when it compared to wooden and iron. So as you can see, the wooden sword does 4 attack damage, the iron sword does 6, and then the copper sword does 5. The wooden axe does 7, iron axe does 9, which means this one, it also does 9. It's got 0.8 attack speed. I mean, I guess it's in between, but I was kind of guessing, I was banking on this being 8. Because this does 7, this does 9. Makes sense for it to be 8, but that is completely fine. So yeah, I would guess the durability is also in between wooden and iron, so keep that in mind. However, if you are unable to get iron because of flipping copper, listen guys, listen. You can get some pretty good looking armor that's better than leather before iron if you need it. I'm just saying, I actually really like how this is. It would have been cool if like over time it oxidizes, or like as it gets more and more broken it gets oxidized, which apparently a texture pack does. I literally just learned that, don't remember what it's called, and I'm not going to look for it. Anyway, now that we've talked about the tools and the armor, let's get to this stuff. Obviously, there's the Copper Golem, who is absolutely adorable. But let's just go to this stuff, which I think was the previous update. There's short and tall dry grass, as well as new wildflowers and leaf litter, which are like the pink petals that come from cherry logs, and except doesn't like it. Okay, that's actually smart. Leaf litter can go anywhere, but the wildflowers and pink petals cannot, which is smart. These two guys are the same as the pink petals, as in they are kind of just floor decoration, and they are done in 4. Anyway, we've got tall dry grass and short dry grass, which the short dry grass looks to be the same size, as regular grass, that's fine. Why does my mouse do that? There's also a cactus flower, which grows on top of a cactus. This, which I loved, it is a firefly bush. I thought it was really, really cool, mostly because it seems to have some sort of building potential with it. And then the sad dried ghast. Oh, that sounded painful. And then we obviously have the resin blocks set, which has the same stuff in it as the stone brick set, aside from the cracked stone brick. So I guess it's more comparable to cobblestone, except it doesn't have chiseled in it. So I guess just the regular sandstone stuff would be a better example. Bravo! Next, we've got the copper golem statues. they come in waxed and regular versions. So if we go into the creative inventory here, you can see everything. And if we come down here, you can see that there is regular, exposed, weathered, and oxidized. And then we have waxed, waxed exposed, waxed oxidized, waxed weathered, and then wax oxidized. And I've got a feeling the wax weathered copper golem statue is bigger when it comes to its name than wax weathered cut copper stairs. I don't know. I'm actually gonna... Do I want to count the letters? It's longer, look. Wax weathered copper golem statue. Wax weathered cut copper stairs. I didn't grab the wax. It is just 2, 3, 4, 5. There is either 29 or 30 characters in wax weathered cut copper stairs. How much is in the copper golem? There is 31 in the copper golem statue compared to the cut copper stairs. So either by 1 or 2 characters. This is actually a longer name, which is a pretty big feat, Mojang. Pretty big feat. As you can see, there are 4 different statues. There's a regular statue, the sitting statue, the running statue, and I'm guessing that's a little excited guy. What I should have done is done it like... Wait, let me just... And then, like that. It's so cute. I love the fact that he's got a little lightning rod on his head. I don't know why. I just like it so much. He is a bit of a odd shape, in my opinion. He's long. He's a bit more long than he is wide. But you know what? He's still a cute little guy. And then horses have a new horse armor, which is copper horse armor, and I think that's actually pretty cool. Still wish you could craft horse armor. If you can, I don't know. Next we have the copper chests. We've got wax versions of all of these as they do oxidize over time. Wait, I'm just going to turn this up for you so you can really appreciate the sound. I think they sound different. That is a cool detail. Now that we've talked about that, I'm going to turn down my sounds so that you can hear me. Next, we're just going to ignore this for a second because this is huge for me, the dies, but let's just ignore that for a second. There are obviously waxed and regular versions of these, but there's copper lanterns. I personally prefer the look of regular lanterns, like a lantern, but now we have another color. That's what I forgot to grab. Oh my goodness. We've got a copper torch now as well. I don't know where to put this. Let's just put it over there. I'm so sorry. I forgot about you. We've got another color now, and I do prefer this for like most stuff, but I do think the copper lantern will have its place. Most certainly. Wait, that sounds different as well. Anyway, to go with these, we have waxed and regular versions of copper chains as well. It's pretty cool, honestly. I like them, and I'm glad that they did that because otherwise it would have just been weird. I don't know what I'm glad about. I just like the chains. We also have waxed and regular copper bars, which I reckon will add a whole new level of depth as opposed to just iron bars, because we've got another color. They join. You could combine, wait, in a cell. Hold up. Let me cook. Iron bars are hard to see in general. Yeah, copper, if you want a copper color, copper's definitely gonna work, but you could genuinely mix in some of these like oxidized bars into regular iron bars. I reckon specifically the exposed and the weathered, I reckon those specifically, like it looks like an old rotted jail cell or just like a old sewage system. Seriously though, you could do that, especially if you do more rustic stuff, and all of the copper stuff is good if you're making things like steampunk, I reckon, or just some sort of industrial build in general. Something I like is that they've added onto the lightning rod, and not only have they made a wax version of the lightning rod, but they've made wax exposed, wax weathered, and wax oxidized versions of the lightning rod. Now for pre-existing worlds, I'm sorry. But for newer worlds or to make things look old again, this is actually really useful. But for those of us who wanted the orange and used them because of the orange, Mog Swamp, sorry. Next, we have this, which everybody's been raving about, and I just want to talk to him, okay? I just want to test something. Why was part of me hoping that it would just be plain on the back? Oh, they are different designs on the back. That's cool. People have been cooling shelves, vertical slabs, which I see it, okay? I see it. They are thinner than vertical slabs by a long shot. These dudes are 8 tall, whereas these dudes are 5 long at the top, but then only 3 at the middle, but that's okay. Still looks cool. I am biased with my 2 personal favorites being the cherry and the pale woods. I'm just biased because it's pink and white looks good in almost anything, so yeah, I'm biased. These 2 look cool. I like this, and stacking these, the back looks really cool. I like that they made the backs look pretty cool. Like this, you could use this as like an accent wall in a house. It's pretty cool. Then obviously, this poor guy, I forgot about the copper torch. When it comes to shaded, green lighting is going to open up so much. Like obviously we already have frog lights, and there is a Verden frog light, which is green. I'm guessing that's just verde from, I think that's Spanish. No, it's Italian. But that's a thing. That's cool. I think that's cool. And now we have the discs. This one is from Amosrodi. This is called Tears. And I'm gonna turn up jukebox volume. Let's listen to this. That's all you get to hear of that. The edits are gonna go crazy. Also, a feature I forgot about the shelves is they're powered by Redstone. So let's just quickly grab a lever and let's go to this one and just, oh, it may not work. Sorry, jukebox. Boop. And boop. I think these get locked, and then like that, you can just chuck your stuff in, but then you go like that, and then it's locked. Oh, that's how you swap your hotbar! Now we have this one. I think this thing is from this update or the previous update. I think I'm so wrong. I think this is a new update, and I think this is occasionally dropped by ghasts. Now this one. The version of Lava Chicken. I've already listened to this. Yeah, not in its entirety. So let's just start the suffering. Oh, wait, there's more. That's the most I've listened to so far. That is a vibe, honestly. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna actually have to listen to the whole thing. Why am I saying actually? I seriously hope I don't get copyrighted. Now, onto this wall. I believe bundles are being added in this update because they came up and I'm playing the newest version and they didn't get deleted. So let's just grab our favorite color here, or my favorite color, and let's grab a tool and just, okay, so in terms of things like buckets, they're not very good, but if you've got like a bunch of, let's say, a really random amount of building materials here. Got 6, 3, and 18, we can just bop, and that clears up some space. Okay, this is what I was looking at. I looked up the color purple. I think it was for something else. I don't remember what, but I saw this as the dye texture. Look at it. That's right. I think they've changed the textures on dyes. I have no idea if they said this in Minecraft Live, but nobody's talked about it. So I'm gonna guess this was a new thing that they didn't announce and say anything about. We've got all the dyes, right? What was that accent? But the white dye looks different, and I'm gonna have to find what the dyes look like, or looked like. I think I know what they look like. Like, I know these three were just circles. That looked interesting. This was a circle. Most of these were circles. Now, they're all on like some thing. They're on some sort of tray, and they're all different shapes. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. I just picked these up for like my outro, but when you pick them up, it saves their position. So if I change it, I can just hold a little jumping guy. I seriously like this update. I don't know if I'll play it a lot, but I'll definitely probably experiment when it comes to build. You can't tell me this doesn't look like wallpaper. I seriously can't wait to experiment, and these little guys are so cute. Imagine just having an army of them. That's all for today's video, guys. This is a little different to what I normally do, as I'm normally a builder. But I seriously do still hope you enjoyed this video and me just going crazy over an update that I don't even know if I'll play. That being said, hope you enjoyed this video and hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, or night. Adios, amigos.